YouTube. What up? See, damn, it's 12:41. Ooh, wee. I ain't even realize it was this late. I'm retired now. I can go to bed when I feel like it. I gotta get up in the morning. Thank you, God. What up? Let me get this together. We gonna get some people in the room. And my hair. Mm. Well, y'all need to vote for Spencer Pratt. Get that damn incompetent Karen Bass up out of there. She's incompetent for real. I didn't even realize she was communist until I did not know that the helper been to Cuba and was studying under Castro. I get it now. I didn't realize that. Karen Bass appears to liken Spencer Pratt to Trump amid tightening LA mayoral race. If they ain't got no record to stand on, all they can do is because Pratt is a registered Republican. Let's talk about Trump. What the fuck do it's just unreal, and they have not realized the Democrats have not realized that that don't work. Your record speaks for itself. You are a competent asshole, for real. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass and her challenger spent the final weekend before Election Day. Hey, now, Jay. Oh, thank you so much. Spent the final weekend before Election Day crisscrossing the city as the race is tightening. Hey, Minnie. Bass, who is seeking a second term, is up against former reality star Spencer Pratt. Recent polling has shown a competitive race, as no candidate is expected to receive no more than 50% of the vote. The top two finishers would then advance to the November. Oh, thank you. November runoff. On Saturday, Bass, who is backed by high profile Democrats, including Vice President Kamala Harris, that's the dumbest bitch, too. Both of them dumb bitches. And California Newsom has destroyed California. Any people they endorse, you better run. Stopped at Yosemite Recreation Center in Eagle Rock. She said you have a vote for Spencer Pratt for mayor of LA. That's the topic. You have a failed reality TV star who wants to be famous, she said. We know what it means if you put somebody who is a reality TV star in a seat of power. Really. You forgot about Ronald Reagan and Arnold Schwarzenegger. They did a much better job than your failed ass. Yes, they did. You can't make this up. Spencer Pratt has issued an impassioned rallying call to supporters to encourage their friends, family, and even strangers out to vote for change in LA ahead of Tuesday's mayoral election. Pratt also brutally shamed his challengers by sharing a video of a homeless man next to a ballot box, underscoring the role Mayor Karen Bass and Nathaniel Raymond have played in failing to solve one of the biggest issues of the election. I don't even need to make campaign ads anymore. Ken and Nathaniel just keep making them for me. Well, that's a fact, Spencer. I hope you win. I really do. LA, y'all ain't got shit else to lose. What y'all got to lose? Oh, don't worry about the typo, Minnie. What the fuck do y'all have to lose? You don't have nothing to lose. All the Democrats y'all had have failed the city. Hey, Sonia, you don't have nothing to lose but take a chance. He might do good. Spencer Pratt actually might do good. Everything else has failed you. You can't get no worse than Gavin Newsom. Scamming ass. For real. Now they saying Spencer Pratt leading in LA race following the latest poll. This was 2 hours ago. A new poll released by California Post has Spencer Pratt leading. The poll was made in partnership with McLaughlin and Associates and has created shockwaves among Democrats. They have Pratt at 30.1%, Karen Bass at 29.5%, creating a tight race. Socialist Councilwoman Nathaniel Rahman is placed at 23%. A new poll released by California has Spencer Pratt leading. Why the okay, Stone? So why would you vote Bass? She's incompetent as fuck and dumb as fuck. If she wasn't so dumb, I would probably say vote for her. What has she done but give crack pipes and needles and shit for the drug addicts? He's a strong black woman, my ass. You looking at one. She ain't shit. What the fuck she did for you? What she done for you? She's a dumb bitch. Now, anyway, I hope he win. If I was in LA, I'd be campaigning with him. They need drugs to survive. They need to be able to sleep on the streets. That's a sad statement. That is a sad statement. That is really sad what you just said. First, everybody should have a right to shelter, right to a home. They should. That's affordable. You shouldn't have to survive on the streets. What is wrong? What is going on in the world that people have to turn to drugs just to cope in this fucked up world? That's a fucked up statement you just said. So you need to be what is wrong in the world that people have to self medicate? That should be your question. Spencer Pratt brings Los Angeles economic anxieties. Pratt has built his campaign around frustration with city's leadership after his Pacific Palisades home burnt down and his parents' home burnt down, and 12 people died in the fire. I know that Stone. It's been going off, and I don't give a fuck either. I really don't. His message seems to be resonating. Recent polls show Pratt leading by 1%. I went to LA in 2021 and I said I would never come back. I ain't never seen 60 blocks of homeless and I live in Detroit. I ain't never seen the amount of homelessness in LA. LA is fucked up. I have never. I said I would never go to that raggedy ass city again. Whole world, I love you. At least somebody woke around this place. I love you. That's exactly a fact. What you just said. I love you. Thank you. And I'm supporting this man. Y'all ain't got nothing else to lose. Now we got a brother of late Palisades fire activist warns about Spencer Pratt says family considering possible actions. Now this man is saying don't vote for Spencer Pratt. John Bain, brother of late Pacific Palisades fire recovery advocate Larry Bain, wrote a letter against Spencer Pratt. Oh, Pratt was accused of bullying his brother before his death by suicide in April. Vane had become one of the most visible community leaders in the aftermath of the fire, helping organize aid efforts and co-founding the Pally Strong Initiative. Two of my Los Angeles friends, I implore you not to vote for him. I say this both for personal and for substantive concerns about his candidacy. Larry Vane, a real estate broker whose house was damaged in the fire. Well, the man committed suicide because he was embroiled in controversy surrounding the fire aid funds that nobody in Altadena or Pacific Palisades received any money. It all went. How the fuck was Gavin Newsom able to buy a $9 million mansion? He don't make that kind of money as governor. How was it? Because and his wife was head of an NGO. They stole the money. They stole the money. That's why he committed suicide. Pratt called him all of that. And you're gonna say, mm, fire aid funds received 500,000 grant to support services for the survivors. Questions about its distribution to service instead of going directly to victims sparked scrutiny, and friends and associates said the controversy weighed heavily on Vane. How the fuck is you blaming that on Pratt? And you know y'all scam that damn money. Anyway, let's get off into these videos. That's a damn shame. Vote for Pratt if you got sense. Mm, here we go. Oh shoot. Let me do this. Oh, let me do this. I think this is
You're trying to compare rebuilding on an island versus right next to where everything is. So that's this idea that there's this record rebuilding when I don't know.
Hey, Sparks.
These numbers aren't exact; they're always making up. But I know there's only one house that's been, there's one spec house that James, whatever James, the developer people out there, yes. Thomas James. That was the house that the leadership lied about, saying, and all those plans were pre-fire. They were put in. So there's one spec house that was built, and now I think one actual fire victim has a certification of occupancy. So that there's, and then there's a third house that I know of. Sorry, Greg, I don't remember your last name. A contractor who actually that's part of my CHP story I just exposed. He got a ticket from Newsom CHP in front of his burned out lot for no seatbelt because I was told by multiple CHP. And again, I love CHP, so I know CHP are the ones telling me this. This isn't like me shading law enforcement. They don't want to be in the Palisades giving seatbelt tickets. They're ordered to do this type of behavior. So, I had one different CHP like, oh, you call this.
I can't stand that man.
Ladies and gentlemen, things have
This
gotten
is
Democrats than
Charles
Democrats.
Forte. I like him.
California starting to shift. Democrats are desperate to stop the bleeding. And things are going so bad now that they're turning on each other in the governor's race. That's number one.
Facts.
You take a look at Los Angeles, things have gotten even worse. Where you got the current mayor, Karen Bass, and Socialist City Council member, Nithya Raman. After that last debate where Spencer Pratt wiped the floor with them, now they've gone into hiding, ladies and gentlemen.
Facts.
Literally.
They canceled the second debate. They canceled. Because they have nothing to stand on. What have they accomplished? One council person and one mayor. What have they accomplished? Name me one thing they accomplished, and why would you support them?
Gone into hiding, backed out of the upcoming debates.
Right.
So Democrats are on life support, especially after the random call that was leaked where Bass basically admits to the devastating Palisades fire was an inside job, that she was more aware than she has let on in front of the camera, ladies and gentlemen.
Facts.
As always, if you enjoy the content, smash that thumbs up. That's the best way to let me know. Subscribe to stay locked in with the future videos. And so let's start right here.
Karen Bass is now backed out of a mayoral debate just days after a heated showdown on stage. Bass had previously agreed to take part in a televised mayoral forum this Wednesday with organizers, saying the date was set around her schedule as other candidates adjusted theirs to make it work. Her exit comes just days after a contentious debate where she faced sharp criticism, particularly from reality TV star Spencer Pratt over crime, homelessness, rising costs, and her response to the deadly LA wildfires.
What I'm talking about is what thousands of moms message me every day, come up to me. They don't feel safe. And I'm saying, as mayor, I'm going to enforce the laws that exist to make moms and kids feel safe in front of their schools, on their sidewalks, in front of parks, in front of daycare. So that message resonates. So I don't think it could have gotten better because my opponents will not tell these mothers anything they want to hear about keeping them safe.
So you didn't see the most recent debate between Pratt, Karen Bass, Nithya Raman, who she has now backed out also suddenly of the upcoming debate. Let me give you a quick rundown how it went. It was basically Karen Bass.
Hold on, I gotta take my medicine.
Sounding like a complete political novice with no real experience, and Spencer Pratt delivering a master class, ladies and gentlemen, and speaking directly to the issues everyday people in the city of Los Angeles, what they are dealing with. He talked about using the laws that are already on the books and actually, you know what, enforcing them, applying basic common sense to clean up the city. And apparently, that was more than enough to send both of them into hiding and make them want to stay as far away from Pratt as possible. Because that debate definitely did not go according to plan. And you know it's bad. Not just that they're backing out of the debate, but then they're also, I guess, running hit pieces instead. I mean, take a listen.
After CBS embarrassed Karen Bass by fact-checking her debate lies about the Palisades fire, they clearly got the call. CBS filmed with me on my burned out lot for over an hour talking about crime, housing, affordability, things that voters care about. And they turned it over to Karen Bass's PR team to edit it into a comical 5-minute hit piece with clips from the hills. They can't beat my ideas. They can't beat me in the debates. So they got to try to turn my campaign into a sideshow. People are done with these skeezy political tricks, and I'm done with CBS. They should release the full, unedited interview.
Shit.
The voters deserve to hear from their next mayor.
It looks like the left is on life support because people are finally realizing they do not have to just hand their cities over to these Democrat politicians and then be destined for destruction. Karen Bass, instead of taking accountability for what is happening in Los Angeles, she keeps trying to pass responsibility, make excuses, and detach herself from controversy surrounding her leadership. But things have gotten so bad that even CNN had to put Bass on the hot seat. And so when CNN is pressing the left in Los Angeles,
Okay, I'm back.
you know the situation is getting harder to just spin and ignore. Check it out.
Where your challengers have accused you of mismanaging that response on another.
Here we go.
Spencer Pratt personally blames you for his family losing their homes in those fires. Are you responsible for what happened there? And
Hell yeah. You in charge, you're responsible.
in those fires in response to that?
Let me just say
as the mayor of the city, the buck stops with me.
Absolutely.
It's very clear what was true of our city, but not just our city, our region, our county, was that we were not prepared because let me just tell you, with climate change, we are experiencing
the climate change hoax, bullshit, the same bullshit lie they've been saying.
that Los Angeles is not prepared for.
CNN put a very direct question towards her. Is this your fault? And she gives the usual political answer. The Bucks.
Facts.
I mean, pretty par for the course. But then almost immediately, also par for the course, she redirects the conversation into some vague excuse about climate change.
Facts. It's just the fact that you was in Ghana, out the country, and your damn deputy mayor who was in charge on house arrest for calling in a bomb threat. The fuck?
Thanks for tuning into the Adam Carolla Show. You can watch the
This
full
is
show
Adam
on
Carolla. I
YouTube.
like him.
Just search Adam Carolla Show. Thanks for tuning into the Adam. It's the real picture of what we're talking about. Now, that's insane. By the way, when I think some people are too kind, like they'll go, sometimes you see some of that, it's like, not really. The year, and they're doing 20,000.
I'm not gonna play that, but he got Adam Carroll's endorsement. His ads have been phenomenal.
Have you seen that new ad that Spencer Pratt just put out? And what I love about what he is doing, he's not attacking her. He might call her Karen Basura, because she has a very checkered past, and I think a lot of us already know what time it is with Karen Basura and Cuba. But anyways, it's not an attack. It's just showing everybody LA under her leadership.
Facts.
And this ad that Spencer just put out just might very well be the most devastating one for Karen.
Facts.
Let's roll the tape.
Activity going on here. They're doing it out there. It's happening every day. So you see actually the city paying for people to drive around and have vehicles and pipes and other things to use trucks 4 times a day. Hands out people actually come here and wait for that truck to arrive. And as far as trucks, I see them enabling drug use. It might as well be a black curse. That's what they're doing to poor people here.
Facts.
Is not capable and she doesn't want to address this issue. If we have people in harm's way dying, here's money that they're not just going to somebody die the day of the rain. We have to delay our raid by about 20 minutes because somebody died from an overdose. And these people are tied in wheelchairs, they're tied anything heavy, these thrown in the night. Because that is how you made your heavy studies. You said, you're never going to persuade me that it's better than people shoot themselves up with fentanyl. And again, only affects people that are on opioids. Meth is not an opioid. Crack is not an opioid. Those are the drugs of choice. Plus, they're all being mixed for a much higher powerful drug. How many meds do you give these people? These drugs are so powerful. Once you're hooked, you're hooked. And the only thing you care about is getting more and more and more. And something has to break that. These people do not want the med. They want fentanyl or supervision. And I can't excuse specific deals. Someone is making money. You can't stay all behind distribution.
Facts.
For treatment first, I will go on the Harbor Freeway tomorrow with her, and we can find some people she's going to offer treatment for. She can stop getting that.
There she can work and say we've got a problem. And then instead she's trying to say it's just the opposite. Things are getting worse.
You see what I mean? Yeah. You see what I mean? I call that nail in the coffin.
Facts.
And that
Facts. Facts. This is Just Jean. I love her. Damn, where is my shit at? Oh, right here. Now, this socialist, the Democrats are socialists and communists. I had no, man, when you think about the tenets of the Illuminati to abolish Christianity, that's why they are using communism now. Wow, they using Islam to stamp. I didn't think that the powers that be had the power, but they do. They using Islam to stamp out Christianity. Wow. Socialism to stamp out capitalism. If y'all don't wake up, well, America gotta fall anyway, and America is falling after Trump is doomed for real. This bitch here, listen to this. This one want to stop barbecues. This Pratt doing the barbecue. She wants Raymond, Roman, whatever her name is, immigrant. She wants to ban barbecues. Well, that sure ain't gonna happen in the black community during the fire season. That didn't go over well. It really didn't. Oh, shit.
What I felt about Spencer all along, because I've watched this very closely in the Palisades, is I understand obviously his personal tragedy and all of that, but I think that it is really, really sad to play on people's grief. Because we are very used to Santa Ana winds, but we have never had anything like this. For me and for Angelinos, is that now, given climate change, we have to expect things. I mean, I'm born and raised here. So this is the climate I know.
The same bullshit lie that they use. No accomplishment. Bullshit.
Make this up. I mean, this is classic Karen Bass. It's now blaming the fact that there was no water in the reservoir. The Department of Water and Power chief, who's fled to Puerto Rico, by the way, was paid $786,000 a year. It is publicly documented that her number one priority was diversity. What in the world is a Department of Water and Power head priority? What kind of
This is how you know it was planned. Why would you drain the reservoirs? They had no water. They had to fly water in from Malibu and somewhere else because they want to take that land of the Palisades and make it a smart city, a 15-minute city where there'll be no cars, and if you have one, it'll be electric, and that you could walk to work, grocery shop, do everything within 15 minutes in that area. It's like the Hunger Games, creating districts. That's what the fuck they wanted to do with the Palisades. Every city in America has a sustainability plan. Whatever city you in, type it in and look up their sustainability plan. Everyone got it.
authority is that for somebody like that? There's no politics. Water is water. Engineering is engineering. What? The reservoir was empty. Fire hydrants were empty. She went to Ghana. She knew there's a leak in audio from a phone call. She knew there was a disaster coming.
Facts.
And now Spencer's exploiting the grief? This guy didn't even want to run for mayor? Holy macadam. He's the only person who actually cares. He's the only person who's not a do-nothing politician. Oh, and speaking of that, now Karen Bass just got interviewed saying this about Spencer Pratt. On top of all that, what do you think Spencer Pratt would be like as mayor?
I can't even imagine. I don't think I understand. He has a degree in political science, but he does not have a background or knowledge in how our government works.
Take a look all around you. This is coming from the background of people who know how government works. There has been a major smear campaign against Spencer Pratt, besides what Karen Bass has been peddling her propaganda all over the place. TMZ, who
Well, I'm gonna let that go right there because I got too many videos and the election is Tuesday, so I'm just yeah, we're gonna go ahead and I like that's Professor Nez. I like him. He is in California. Oh shit, let me do that. Do this.
He was so underestimated. And everyone said, who's this reality star? What does he know about anything? And I said, you watch him because I've been paying attention. He's very, very smart. very wonderful and really understands not just the detail of policy, but the detail of the political process. There's just something happening in LA that's very powerful. Expensive, incredibly tough.
This is Steve Hilton. I need to subscribe to him.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Steve Hilton Show. A really important conversation to bring you today about an absolutely disgusting and outrageous bill that is in the legislature, which you wait till you hear the details of what this does.
Oh, that's that stop Nick Shirley at with some bullshit.
This momentum, because it's reflected in the response of the crowd and the community to what he's been putting out there. And you see it in the nature of the memes that are being put out there and all these AI generated videos. It's a really new departure in political campaigning. I think it's the first campaign where you're really seeing this in a big way, where people are now using these AI tools to make these incredibly effective and powerful ads for Spencer that he's not making. It's not his campaign doing them. And sometimes he shares them and sometimes he doesn't. But they're incredibly powerful. And the one I thought
they have changed the game on political advertising, on political ads using AI. He changed the game. He has changed the game on political ads.
And it was portraying Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass and the whole Democrat machine, Kamala Harris, as this totally decadent, out of touch elite. Gavin was shown in kind of, like the French aristocracy eating cake. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Remember Marie Antoinette let them eat cake, and you had Karen Bass there. Now remember, that wasn't the Spencer Pratt campaign that made that, but it just got the energy of his campaign.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. This is the view.
And I said, yes, thank you for doxing me. I tried to sue that many times for saying where I actually live. But are you saying you live in that trailer? I don't live anywhere, is what I'm saying. I don't have a house. They burned it down, Harvey. I don't have a house. Well, why not say that? You get really affected. Why not say that in the ad? I don't have a home. You texted. What does it matter? You dweebs. I mean, this is unbelievable. Can we go to the call? TMZ has started a fight with Spencer Pratt.
This is Lou Valentino. I love him too. Oh, excuse me. Let me get comfortable.
Millions of people to turn against Spencer Pratt, who was running against Karen Bass, another socialist who shall be named much later. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen. As you guys can see, I don't know if you guys have heard of Spencer Pratt. You guys think about him. He's obviously making a lot of noise. I'll show you both arguments and how he's ending both of the careers of all of these people who are trying to turn against him, including TMZ and including the View. Make sure to smash the like button. Let me know what you guys think about this. Listen.
I think Karen Bass handled the virus disastrously, but actually being qualified to take on that role. So Karen Bass will be running against Spencer Pratt. She is. I just want to make this point. Yeah. So Karen Bass has a JFK Profile and Courage Award. She navigated California through the worst economic crisis since the Depression. Spencer Pratt was Snapchatter of the Year at the 2018 Shorty Awards. Yeah, that's all. Well, you're talking about qualifications, right? And the problem that I have with someone like Spencer Pratt throwing his hat into this particular ring as LA mayor, we're talking about a $14.9 billion budget for the city. It's the second largest city budget in the country. And he is not qualified for it. And we're not qualified. Karen Bass is not qualified.
Facts. She is not qualified.
This guy's house burned down. While her and the other socialists that he's running against live in mansions.
Facts.
Happens when people are not qualified for their job. And that's not to say that this hasn't happened before. We've had Ronald Reagan, who was an actor. Some people would say he was a great president. We've had Arnold Schwarzenegger at one point. Yes, he was a union president. He was a union president. He was a governor of Florida. He was a governor. And then you had Arnold Schwarzenegger, who was an actor and then a governor. And by many accounts, he did well. But these are people, I think, that sometimes are, anomalies. points that may not necessarily be the case. Spencer Pratt is now comparing himself to President Obama. And he said, not Chatter of the Year. I mean, the head of the law review at Harvard. Well, he said, I have two.
I can't stand them women on The View. I can't. I can't stand them at all. I wish they take that show off the air.
Mayoral candidate Spencer Pratt may never escape his reality star past, but the longtime entrepreneur is more complex than headlines suggest.
And I realized that the city I love is being managed into the ground.
Political science graduate, married father of two, world hunger advocate, outspoken Pacific Palisades fire survivor, and Heidi Montauk superfan, to name a few more descriptors. In this video, we will detail the rise of Spencer Pratt, the supervillain of reality TV.
You're making yourself proud, thinking about what you did.
To Spencer Pratt, the supervillain of current Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass and California Governor Gavin Newsom. Spencer was born in LA on
This is the California Post.
His father, Skip, was a dentist in Inglewood, and his mother, Janet, would later give birth to Spencer's sister, Stephanie. Spencer attended the prestigious Crossroads School in Santa Monica, where he befriended Brody Jenner, son of Olympian Bruce Jenner, now Caitlyn Jenner. Pratt enrolled at USC to study political science and eventually graduated after taking time off to explore the then new and bustling world of reality television. He first appeared on Fox's The Princes of Malibu, following the Jenners in 2005. Spencer then moved over to the Hills, MTV's spinoff of Laguna Beach, The Real Orange County, starting in the second season as the boyfriend of Heidi Montauk.
I got a sister crying like this, doing drama. He yelled at me. He screamed at me. Look how he ignores me.
The show wouldn't have been the same without him.
But called it off, and the two grew closer after social media. 1 year anniversary of the fires, he announced his mayoral campaign.
His decision to get into politics sounds very personal, especially the way he announced it. At an event that was very personal to him, he was at the event of Smart Rally. And let me be clear, this just isn't a campaign. This is a mission.
Pratt raised more than $500,000, collecting donations from the likes of Jeannie Buss and Catherine McPhee.
His narrative has kind of been one of frustration, where he was frustrated at the lack of what he would describe as not enough in terms of responding to these fires. And at the forefront of his criticism is incumbent Mayor Karen Bass, whom he challenged. He called for more accountability. And
Yes, he did, and as he should. All right, tired of that shit. Why do I have J.P. Morgan sex slave scandal drops? Why don't I have this on there? Oh, I got to move that.
Pratt has grabbed all the attention in the race for LA mayor and poses a serious threat to actually win.
Councilwoman Robin's plan for treatment first, I will go below the Harbor Freeway tomorrow with her, and we can find some of these people she's going to offer treatment for. She's going to get stabbed in the neck. These people do not want a bed. They want fentanyl or Superman.
So what did his opponents say as he ascends?
People will turn to fascism, to mini-Trump, which is who I think Spencer Pratt really represents.
His social media is now
Every time that they cannot stand on their own record or speak of any accomplishments that they made, blame Trump. That's it. They ain't did shit but destroy LA. I'll never go back there. It's a shithole. It is. Ain't it a shit? Wasn't Los Angeles awful?
Yeah.
Here, say it, son. Wasn't it awful? Will we go back there?
No.
Fuck no.
And it's all Trump fault.
Right, and it's all Trump fault. Absolutely. That's right. That's all they can say. Because he's a Republican.
here at Pacific Palisades for the 1-year anniversary remembrance of the catastrophic fire that happened here. And I was driving down looking for parking, and all of a sudden I realized all these places I was driving past were all properties that were burned. This entire street. I couldn't get in here last time I was here. They weren't allowing people, and I was only able to fly the drone. But every one of these properties totally destroyed. Most of them just having done the cleanup. Almost none of them being given permits yet to rebuild.
A year later.
This is what happens.
A year later.
When you prioritize radical environmentalism over human lives. When you prioritize hiring based on sexual preference over qualifications.
Facts.
This is what happens when you vote for Democrats. The
Facts.
protest says it's nonpartisan. It's not political. This is all political. Democrats control every aspect of California, in particular, water policy. You don't want to end up like that. That used to be a home right there. That patch of dirt used to be a house. This one did too. And so did all of those on the other side of the street. And so did hundreds more across this valley. You don't want to end up like this? Not just losing your property, some losing their lives. Stop voting for Democrats.
Facts.
It's pretty damn simple. You got Gavin Newsom. You've got Mayor Bass. You've got these traitors to our country who care more about inviting in illegal aliens than they do about doing their jobs and protecting their citizens. It's all political. You want it to stop? Stop voting for these scumbags. And now the city's expecting the residents to pay for this, to fix the roads. That's how crazy this is. So the city let them burn, and then in order to clean up the debris, they brought in these massive trucks that destroyed the roads, and now they want the people whose houses burned to pay for the roads to be rebuilt. It's absolutely insane. It's crazy. All this. I know. And you're gonna have to pay for this. Oh, of course. So they're gonna fix it, but they really can't. All of the cement trucks and all of the buildings. So yeah, that's gonna go. It's gonna happen again. It's gonna get ruined again. And they are talking about burying the lines, so they're gonna have to dig them up yet again.
Just insane.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. What a beautiful place.
It was.
Yeah. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
And to top it all off, now they're making it almost impossible to get building permits.
Right.
To even build the exact same house that you had on the property. Because of radical environmentalists worshiping the God of climate change over the God of the universe. It's disgusting. But if you voted for these guys, you voted for this.
Yep.
It's the first house I've seen that actually has a new foundation on this entire block.
A year later.
50 properties. That's the first one that's getting a foundation. And you want it to stop? Stop saying it's not political. Stop saying it's not partisan. All politics are the policies that affect your lives.
Facts.
People say, oh, I'm not political. Well, then you don't care about your life.
Facts.
You don't care about your family. You don't care about your community because everything is political. It should be. Our founders didn't want it that way. They wanted limited government, limited federal government, limited state government, local control. They never intended for the federal government or the state government to prevent you from building a house that you had previously lived in that burned down because of their policies. They stopped holding water in the reservoirs.
Sure did.
Because the delta smelt and fairy shrimp and tiger salamanders. And then when it all burns down, they say, oh, it's not our fault. It's climate change.
Right. That part.
They stopped managing the forests. They stopped cleaning up the hillsides, all of these hillsides.
Facts.
Fires started. They stopped cleaning up the brush because they wanted to protect the environment. So they let it all burn down instead. That's who these people are. They're hypocrites and liars. And if you vote for them, you deserve it.
That part. That part, absolutely facts. And y'all want to put that bitch back in? Mm-mm. I want to go. Yeah, I hope he win. I really do. I cannot believe I put this in here.
How did this idea even get in your head? Running for mayor, I never wanted to run for any political office or have anything to do with politicians. What happened is my house and my parents' house burned down and it was burned alive. 7,000 houses burned, and then I realized there's a cover-up going on, all the negligence, and I keep posting about it, and I have all the facts, I have all the whistleblowers, I have all the evidence, and then I see that nobody is stepping up to run against the mayor who's responsible for this disaster and so many other disasters. I felt like I was just yapping, like making these videos, telling the truth, and that with everyone possible that I can do as just a citizen. And okay, well, game on now. I'm gonna go into your headquarters and take your job. How did this idea
That part.
get into your head of running for mayor in LA?
I hope you win. I really do. I hope you win.
God is my witness, man.
He got the best ass.
California's gone.
I'm Karen Bass, and I'm running on my accomplishments.
Los Angeles on fire. Mayor nowhere to be found. We were so prepared for wildfires. I didn't even have to be in the country when the town burned. I've addressed the homeless problem. Now, most of them won't stab you as long as you don't make eye contact. Our climate change policy is so strong. We've brought down energy use in the Palisades by 99%. Almost none of the needles in children's playgrounds have AIDS on them. If you like the last 4 years, you're going to love the next 4. Vote fast.
And I hear that talk, that's the image I see too. So it's not too far from the truth. But God is my witness, man. If you guys don't get it right,
I'm telling you, if y'all don't get it right, shit, LA can't get no worse. Wait a minute, what
God
is
is
it?
my witness, man.
Oh, I
If
wanted
you
to
guys
read
don't get it
this.
right,
Wait a minute, I want to.
Almost none of the needles in children's
Oh yeah,
playgrounds
I can
have
delete
AIDS on
this.
them.
God is my witness,
Oh
man.
shit.
If you guys don't get it right,
Yeah, we can delete that one.
But you know how our government works. Take a look all around you. This is coming from the background of people who know how government works.
Okay, I can delete that one. He got the best ass.
Pratt daddy on a bill.
What's the password?
LA voting people.
You late.
Make it a free throw. Camp down, call the ambulance, tell them breathe, bro. Since the whole city walk around with the City Hall can hate me, going crazy, looking free. How many tears you really got? I'm in the feeling wrong. This crowd is dancing up the road. The regular quick time, like it goes hot to water, just look out, blood. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show me. Walking down, whole time I know they got no hope. And taxes on this bullshit. Arrows on the basic camera.
He got the best damn ass. Vote Pratt. I'm telling you. He got the best damn ads.
I'm going to win the lawsuit against Gavin Newsom's state park. And with that money, if I'm the mayor of Los Angeles, I will rebuild. If Karen Bass gets reelected or Nithya gets elected, I will be done with trying to live in LA, and I'll take that money from the Newsom State Park and the LADWP, and I'll go find somewhere that my kids will not have to see naked zombies, and I can have the last American dream somewhere. But I will not rebuild if these people are in charge, because what would I be putting money into?
Well, the reservoir's empty right now. I was literally just up on the hill and we're just flying the drone over the reservoir and it's bone dry.
Here's the best part. You can go up my street. This is the reservoir that they also drained when they were fixing the other one. They said, let's drain this one. So there's actually two reservoirs that were drained, the Palisades Reservoir and the San Ynez. So I had one drained 6 months before on my street. But here's the best part. You go back, I don't know, it was 1960 or 1970s. You look at the LA Times cover, and it shows them building the San Ynez Reservoir. And the engineer says this was built for wildfire protection for the community. This new idea that this covers on it to make it drinking water. No one was drinking that water. It has cisterns for helicopters. That's why it was built, for the helicopters to come and take the water. So right now it's empty because they want $20 million, LADWP, all the ratepayers in Los Angeles, to build a new cover. So the cover that they wouldn't repair initially while it was empty was 140 grand. So that now they've decided to put a new cover. It's $20 million. My point is, these people are diabolical. I met with the community leaders in Boyle Heights. Their community is fighting. They want a roundabout, and the community doesn't want this roundabout. $108 million for a roundabout. And then they say they don't have money to clean the streets. They don't have money for electricity. We have $108 million for a roundabout?
Exactly. Exactly.
Start looking into fraud. They get angry at the person that's looking into fraud. I mean, it is at a saturation point. It's gone beyond what satire would even be. They're just batshit crazy at this point. And at this point, they need to be removed.
That part. That part.
I'm going to win the
I like Ford. I like this guy.
He's doing is what every politician should do. Whether you're Democrat or Republican, offer real, practical, actionable solutions to actual problems that people are facing. The young lady you just showed in our opening, the city councilman, she's reading from a national playbook that just says attack Trump and hopefully Democrats. That's what
Right.
Democrats. I'm here to tell you that may be part of it, but at the end of the day, Angelinos understand that homelessness is a problem. They understand that public safety is a problem.
Facts.
They understand that housing is unaffordable for most Californians and most Angelinos. And whether you like this guy or not, whether you think he may be close to Trump or not close to Trump, I give him a lot of credit. He's tackling this in an unorthodox, unusual way for today's politics, which should be the norm. He's actually offering answers. I see him as a Democrat. So Democrats running in this race, if you don't start offering answers, this guy could very well surprise. Jesse and I agreed last week. He could actually win this thing.
Yes.
Los Angeles is such a heavily Democratic place because people are fed up with the answers that are not being given.
Come on.
Is what every politician
that part.
Whether you're a Democrat or Republican.
And that's why I would not vote Democratic ever.
Solutions to actual problems that
Come
people
on.
are facing.
That's a fact. Damn, I want to do this block party. Let me delete that. He the only one that went to the black community. I want to end with this. Let me find it. Oh, here we go. He went to the black community.
He's doing it. There are so many reasons Spencer Pratt is an unlikely candidate for mayor. It's not only that he's best known for being a reality TV villain 20 years ago, he's also never held any public office. He has no political organization, and making his long shot candidacy even longer, he's a registered Republican in Los Angeles, where no Republican has been elected mayor since Pratt was 9 years old. All of that makes it even more remarkable that Pratt is holding his own against his established opponents. Polls show him on the heels of incumbent Mayor Karen Bass and well ahead of the far left third candidate. Moment in California politics says the old approach isn't working. Are you able to hunker down? Same spaces sort of. That's correct, and I think a lot of people feel.
That is not what I wanted to show. Hold on. I wanted to show. Let me go here. I got to delete that. Here we go. He the only one go to the black community. He down on Crenshaw. She ain't did that shit. We want tangibles for our vote. You just don't get our vote because you black. We want tangibles. You gonna have to start doing stuff. He on Crenshaw. He's out there in the black community. Where them bitches at? Anyway, vote for Pratt Tuesday. I'll be running him again. What's today? Sunday? Oh, I got to do him tomorrow and Tuesday. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment.